Hello guys and welcome back to the MUN tutorial. Uh, we're starting out here on this little map screen just to, because I just forgot one thing in the last video. If you don't have this rocket already, watch part 1 of this 3-part series. Um, Once you've done that, it'll show you how to construct this rocket and you can come back. Okay? Now, the reason I did this is because I forgot to tell you about the crew. So what we want is 2 pilot Kerbals, Jebediah and Valentina. I'm gonna put Valentina in you want one in this one and one in here. So this is the Mark 1 lander can. Jebediah is in there. This is the one who's gonna be landing on the moon and walking around planting your flag, and then Valentina is gonna stay up in orbit and fly the ship up there to get us home. Alright, now let's hit launch and get this flight underway. Loading screen, and here we are. Now press T to your SAS, throttle up to about halfway, a little less maybe, and hit space. Also make sure to do maneuver mode on your nav ball there. Alright, so just keep on going, just kind of straight up for now. What we're eventually going to do is when this says 10,000 meters, or 10 kilometers if you will, we want to be at this first 90 on the nav ball. That will be 45 degrees tip over. So I'm just going to gradually tip over and get there. By the time we're at 10,000 meters, we'll be there. So right now we're at 2,000. Remember, just gradually tipping over, just like this. So 4,000, going to be almost halfway, but not quite, you know. And then 5,000, we're now halfway. Just continue to gradually tip over. And 70,000, be pretty close now. 80,000. Keep going. I'm just going to hover about right here. And then 10,000 now at this 90 degree there. Alright, stage, because that just burnt out, and full throttle with the reduced amount of thrust. So those exploded. That's fine, because they're going to explode anyway. Okay? So just keep going, gradually tipping over still, just like this. And, yeah. See Jebediah and Valentina happily in the corner there. Gradually tipping over. I'm going to throttle down a little bit once we get to 1,000 meters a second. Okay, so we want to be tipped over about on this 90 degree right now. Okay, I'm going to throttle down to half. Alright, we're at 1,000 meters a second. Maybe a little more than half. Just make sure we're not wasting fuel with all the drag that's initiated in our craft. Alright, so just maintain at this little 90 degree until our apoapsis is 70 to 80 kilometers, or that's 70,000 meters, or 80,000 meters. Somewhere in between there. It's good. Maybe adjust your throttle sometimes to make sure you're not there. To make sure you don't initiate too much drag on your craft, and stage obviously when you need to. So just want to continue to do this. Throttle down some more because we are experiencing a lot of drag in the upper thicker parts of the atmosphere. I guess it's not thicker, but we are going faster, so we have that. Maybe tilt up a bit more, cause yeah, no. Gain some altitude a bit quicker. So now at this like 20 on the nav ball here, you can see. Let's maintain this. I'm gonna do full throttle. Maybe tip over a bit more, just like this. And ooh. Alright, so I overshot a little bit, but that's okay. We're at 118, but that's perfectly okay. So yeah, you see our craft eventually going to outer space. So yeah. Next, you just want to coast up to where this is 70 meters or 70 kilometers, or 70,000 meters or 70 kilometers. Uh, so I'm gonna meet you back once we're just coasted up there. So don't touch your throttle or anything until you're at 70 kilometers, and I will meet you there. Alright, we're back, and now we're at 70 kilometers. So what we're gonna have to do right now is we're going to actually add a stage here, take the fairing stage, put it right here, and then we're just gonna stage just like this. Just like that. Stage by pressing space. And you can reveal our payload here. Alright, now go to your map screen and go ahead and see your apoapsis right here. Here. Let's just take this away. Just like that, okay. Add a maneuver at your apoapsis and go prograde until your orbit circularizes. Tell it circularizes when the apoapsis and periapsis switches. Now, as you can see, it'll be really annoying to maneuver, and there's barely any fuel left in this main stage, so I'm going to decouple and start up the Rhino stage. There we go. So now this is started up and point toward a maneuver. Just like this. And then when that is on this little blue maneuver node, we're going to initiate our burn. A really useful thing is to calculate efficient burns is to activate this little thing here. So to do that, press escape, go to settings, scroll down to extended burn indicator and enable that. And then click apply and accept. This will make it so, sorry, Discord's giving me, this will make it so it'll tell you when to start your burn to make it the most efficient, not wasting fuel. So hit this thing here and this will warp you towards your burn. And yeah. So now we're at T-1 minute. I'm just gonna warp to where it says start burn in 0 seconds and less than 10, and I'll meet you there. Alright, we're back, and you can see it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're pointing towards your maneuver there, and then throttle all the way up. And there you go. Alright. Now you're circularized around Kerbin. Now all we have to do now is plot our course to the Mun. So start out by setting it as your target and adding a maneuver node right when the sun appears over the horizon, and place that point on your orbit here. Okay, as I was saying, plot a maneuver where that Mun just reaches the horizon, just like that. Okay, and then drag out prograde until it does maneuver just like that. And then right click the Mun, or click the Mun and hit focus view, and fill around with your prograde and retrograde. And maybe your this and this until kinda. Also, you can go like this and adjust where you want it on your orbit. Yeah, just like this. To make it the periapsis pretty low around the Mun. Just like that. There you go. Now point towards maneuver, and I'll meet back with you once it is start burn at below 10 seconds. Okay, so I will see you then. Alright, we're back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're pointing towards maneuver and go. So this is kind of a fine-tuned burn. That means, or yeah, so like a real sensitive burn. So What that means is we're gonna have to, we're like cut the throttle and then do only really small burns. I'll show you before we encounter the mun, or right when. All right, so before we do it, I'm gonna cut this throttle and just kind of use the shifting control. There you go. So there's our encounter. This shows us where our actual periapsis will be. This is just like a prediction. And hit X when it is nice and close to the mun. Just like that. Perfect. Alright, now check to delete your maneuver node. And add another maneuver node at your periapsis here. Drag on the retrograde until it circularizes. Just like second that. Okay. Hit point towards your maneuver. And go out of your map view. You can do if you want. You don't have to, but I like doing it. See these happy Kerbals right here in the bottom right? And, yeah. So, continue to start burn in 4 hours, 26 minutes. Then we can go ahead and click this green thing. This will warp us towards our maneuver. And I will see you once it automatically stops us. Alright, it has automatically stopped us. Start burn in about a minute. So we're just going to do 10 times warp, and then it goes 20 seconds, 20 warp, 5 times warp, sorry, and then just 10 seconds. This. Alright, so go back to your map view, watch your orbit, and hit Z when it says start burn in 0 seconds. There we go. And when it circularizes, like the predictions there, I'm actually cut my throttle just a bit there. Let's do a little burn. And hit X when you have your desired burn. Just like that. And there you go. This is part 2 of Apollo Style Mun mission. Done. Hope you enjoyed. Look out for part 3 to see how to land. And then finally get back from Kerbin. Or from the moon to, or the mun to Kerbin. So I'll see you then. And have a wonderful, wonderful